a full sheet water slide. I'll be using 2 today. I've just cut them the way that I want them to be set. My water is room temperature to lukewarm, I'd say. Get the tumbler wet so that way when you put the slide on, it'll be a little easier for movement. As soon as the sides of the slide start lifting, that's when I know I'm ready to put it on the tumbler. I'm going to take one side of this slide and set it on the tumbler and hold it there. And I'm going to use the other side to gently pull the backing off. I'm going to use the rod and slowly turn the tumbler and pull the backing off at the same time. I probably should have measured and cut accordingly before I started, but that's okay. I will just trim it down with scissors for now and then go back over it with an X-Acto knife. I'm going to use my silicone brush as a squeegee to get all of the little wrinkles out and get the water out from underneath it before I apply my other piece. Go over it carefully. As you see, I made a little wrinkle and I didn't have the patience to get it out. Now we're going to do the bottom piece. Just like the first time, I trimmed it and now I'm going to put it in the water and wait for the sides to start lifting. It's the exact same image. I'm just going to put it on another way. I'm going to apply it the same way I did the top portion. Set it down, hold it there with one hand, and slowly pull the backing off with the other. while turning the tumbler and pulling the backing kind of at the same time. Now we're going to trim the edges with the X-Acto knife. This you have to be very careful. Don't cut yourself, don't wrinkle your slide. Make sure your blade is very sharp, so that way it's just one cut. I've got a white space that I'm going to fill with just a piece of random slide. You won't see it after there's a name put on. Now we're going to do the same thing as before and use a silicone brush as a squeegee to smooth out all of the little wrinkles and get all the water out from underneath it. Try to be a little easy. The slide is pretty forgiving, but it also has, you know, its breaking point. I use coffee filters to get the water completely out. They just work really well for me. Once all the water is dried, you will be ready for epoxy. See, I'm a little heavy-handed. Had to put that piece back on. Let's epoxy. I'm using sea glass in my epoxy to put over my tumbler because I like how it gives that extra little hint of sparkle. We'll also be putting bubbly on from PDB Blanks and Glitters. My turner is from TheCupTurner on Etsy. As you can see, I'm kind of in love with them.